on. Now, this topic is quite an exciting one for me. Now, interestingly, this wasn't what I had planned to talk about on this video, but some weddings, and may I say the most recent one that has been trending is what informed this video. When I saw a music minister that is a spirit man, and oh my goodness, the man has found himself a beautiful lady, an attractive one for that matter. And I heard, I am from Africa, and of course, again, I am from Nigeria, and so I saw a lot of Nigerian ladies saying, "Oh, what happened? Why are the men going from Ghana to South Africa to Jamaica and to the ends of the earth?" Now, the truth of the matter is that as believers, we have been called out of every tribe, out of every nation, and we are one under God. Now, that is one thing I want to establish. Welcome to Singles and Married with Christi, and it's a pleasure having you on this special edition. Now, today I want to be talking about how to position yourself as a lady for marriage. The thing is, a lot of young women, yes, they are ripe for marriage, they should be married, but somehow I think they do not understand how to position themselves for marriage, for that man, to see them, or for the men to see them and take note of them. And I have heard statements like, "Oh, so even men of God like beautiful things." Of course, who doesn't like beautiful things? Ask yourself, don't you like beautiful things? Of course you do. So we all love beautiful things, and God that created us beautiful, because He is a God that is beautiful Himself, and He made us fearfully and wonderfully. Now, how to position yourself as a lady. Now, this is part one, because we'll definitely not finish on this video, because no matter how ready you are for marriage, if you do not understand how to position yourself, if you do not know what to do about yourself and how to position yourself for you to be seen, then you will not be seen, and time will just be going away, and you will think it's someone else's fault, while it is actually you, that you are not doing the right thing, you're not doing the proper thing. Now, number one thing on my notice, make yourself attractive. Now, how do you do that? Now, what does it mean to even make yourself attractive? It's to be pleasing or appealing to the senses. Make yourself pleasant, make yourself appealing to the senses, so that when people see you, even if they do not have plans to date you or to court you or to marry you, the impression of you lingers in their minds, in their hearts, because they know that there was something they saw about you that was quite captivating. So ladies, make yourself attractive. And how do you do that? Number one on my list, I say dress well, look good. You know why I started with dress well and look good? It's because before people get to know who you really are, they see you first. Now, if you enter into, let's say you go for an event and you enter, before people hear your voice, before people hear how you speak, how you command the language or not, whether you have command for the language or not, before they know whether you are polite, whether you're nice, whether you're courteous or whatever, they first see you. Now, that means that you must work on your physical, yourself, who you are. Because indeed, as I would always say to singles, that when you're making your choice for a life partner, it should not be based only on the physical, but hey, the physical too is part of it. There must be an attraction, and the attraction starts from when you are seen. When someone sees you, and how much attention you command by the way you look is the first attraction that can be the pulling effect, whether someone will come to you or not. So what I want to advise you, single lady, is that learn to dress neat, learn to dress well, be modest and be moderate with your dressing. Look sharp, be neat. Don't look unkept, don't look haggard. Whatever it is you have now, you must not have expensive things to look good. I keep saying this. Whatever you have, make sure that you take care of it very well and make good use of it. Now, I want to tell you, learn to be modest. That means don't take everything. You are going for, let's say you're going for a wedding, so you have gold earrings, gold chains, gold whatever, and you pack everything and you put on your ears. You have several of them on your neck. You have rings all over your fingers. You have them on the left and on the right. Everywhere you have bangles and all manner of things. Now, it's because it is too much. Rather than attracting people in your direction, you might become repelling to them, because they see you, what's this one, she's really trying to impress, or you have too much makeup on, your face, the everything is just, one can hardly know the real you. By the time you take off that makeup, the person that saw you will be wondering, is she the same person I saw earlier? And be wondering. Now, makeup has a way of covering a lot of things, but please don't overdo the thing. Be moderate, be modest, with your dressing. Moderation and modesty. Please, there are things that should be left inside. I want to talk to you ladies, especially our Christian sisters. You must not open your body before you will be attractive. You can still look good. You can still look attractive. You can still look beautiful without opening all your breasts, keeping everything outside. You say you wear a long gown, but the slit, it's up here, that what you are wearing on your inside, you are struggling to find a way to cover it, or you are wearing something so short that you cannot even sit down. Please, I beg you. I have had opportunity to talk to a lot of men. I assure you that these are not the things that attract men to you. It is you can be so beautiful, you can be so classy, and yet so simple. Like they would say, simple is classy. Sometimes just be as simple as possible and you will still exude that, confidence. So I beg you, check your dressing. If you don't know how to combine colors, if you don't know what to wear for what occasion, please know what to wear for what occasion. All right, young woman? Know what to wear. In this part of the world, in Africa, it is not normal that you are attending a wedding, an African wedding, and you go and you appear on jean and a t-shirt. You will look out of place. You know that. I'm not lying. You will look out of place. So know what to wear, when and how to wear it, so that you will be able to fit the occasion, not be out of place, still look good, still look presentable, still look sharp, still look modest, moderate, and beautiful. Now, the number 2 thing I want to say under making yourself attractive is always have a smile on. There are some people, their smiles are so expensive. Now, I like a quote I saw that says that your dressing is not complete until you wear a smile, and that smiles are never out of fashion. A smile is never out of fashion. Now, here you are looking so good, well dressed, looking inviting by your dressing, but not looking inviting on your face. Why? Because your face is so hard, you are not smiling, you are in fact frowning. Or some people, like one of my mentors will say that some people, their smile even looks like a frown. So you know what you need to do? You need to check yourself in the mirror and be sure that that smile, I think I am smiling, am I actually smiling or am I actually frowning? Now learn to smile. When you dress well and you see people, hello, hello, smile. Put on that smile. It brings the brightness out of your dressing. It puts a glow on your face. And you know one thing with a smile, it makes you even look younger than your age. It brings a glow to your face. It is inviting. Nobody who, when people see people that smile, it is contagious. I have seen people that just by looking at them, they are smiling. I just find myself smiling as well, just because they were smiling at me, and I just smiled back at them, because a smile can be contagious. So imagine yourself being in an event and there are several guys, and you say you are single and you want to be taken, and then there are several men out there, and you are just there and holding your face, and your face is so strong, giving an impression of, please don't come close to me. Your face can scare off people. So learn to wear that smile after that dress that you wear. Number 3 thing I want to say is be available and approachable. Now, when I say be available and approachable, it means that you need to show that, okay, if you come, I am not going to bite you. By the way, of course, that smile is part of the thing, because a smile can be inviting. And then another thing again that can put off men is when, for example, ladies now, maybe they go for a party, or for a wedding party, housewarming, a birthday, and they are all in groups of ladies, and they are smiling and gisting and chatting and laughing. And so it becomes so difficult. A man is out there and he really wants to come and talk to you, but because he's seen the way you are so engrossed with your friends, he might not have that courage to be able to walk, because it's easier for him to deal with only you than for him to deal with 10 of you seated together. So now what you need to do is, especially if you notice that he's trying hard, he wants to get your attention, and you are able to notice it, you can just give that person an inviting look, a smile, and if possible, you could even stand up and walk past. Maybe walk like you're going to the restroom, walk, something, now. Me, I always say to ladies that we will not go asking a man out, but we also have our ways. If you see someone, sometimes before the man, I've shared a story about a friend. I said one time she was at a wedding. I'm not sure I shared it on my videos here, but I've shared it with a group of singles. I said she went for a wedding and she saw a guy. She liked the guy, the kind of person she likes. She was already attracted to him, but she also knew that in this part of the world, I cannot walk up to him and say, hey, I like you. So she decided to do something, and she was not sure if he had taken note of her. So she decided to do something. She saw exactly where he was seated. So she stood up and she arranged herself very well. And then she took a walk, and she made sure she was deliberate about her steps, and she went carefully, and this lady, I'm telling you, she's a woman of God. So don't think that she didn't know what she was doing. So she took a walk and she passed, and then when she passed, obviously the moment she passed, he took note of her, and whether he did before then or not, but that moment she passed, she registered in his heart very well. And by the time she went to wherever she went to, and she was coming back, hey, Before she got back to her seat, young man had stood up and was waiting for her somewhere and blocked her. Now in his mind, he was feeling like it was me that saw her and went to her first. He didn't know that before he saw her, she had seen him. So what am I saying, young woman? I'm saying that make yourself approachable and available. Don't be too busy talking, chatting, try and loosen up. Make yourself available. Let him know that, okay, I'm free to talk. You can come. Let's exchange pleasantries. Or you can even walk up to him and just say, hello, hi, my name is this. After all, you've not asked him out. Yes, you've not said, oh, I want us to. No, you've just said, hello, my name is this, and what's your name? That boldness, that confidence. You show that I am approachable, I am available. I have shown you that I am approachable and I am available. The rest is in your court. The ball is in your court. Whatever you do with what I have done is left for you. Now, you show that person that I am indeed available. So, being available is you being friendly, easygoing, you're easy to talk to, you are welcoming. Not when the person comes to you and you just look at them with one eye, like who is this one? No. The interesting thing about that kind of scenario is that you might be looking at one person with an eye that says, who is this one? And maybe you are looking down on him. And the person that really wants to walk up to you is there, observing you from a distance. But because of the way you have behaved towards this person, it puts that other person off. That's why you need to be careful. Now, it's not about you pretending to be who you are not. That is why when we come to the other points, you will learn that these are things that you must learn and let them become a part of you, so that you are warm and friendly to people, not just a particular set of people, but to everybody you come across, that you are reachable and accessible. Let's move. The next point, I don't know if after this point we might have time to still talk about more, but the next thing I want to talk about is for you to build a healthy self-esteem. Now, part of the reasons why people are unable to connect when they meet the opposite sex, especially ladies, why you are unable to connect with guys or men when you come in contact with them, is because you have not built a healthy self-esteem. You are, and so because of that, it affects you. Now, a healthy self-esteem is how you value and perceive yourself, how you hold yourself. Now, if you don't place value on yourself, no one will. That's the truth. The story about the children of Israel in Numbers chapter 33, where Numbers chapter 13 rather, where they went, to spy out the land and everything, and they came back. Some brought, one group brought a report that was really terrible, and they said that they are, they are Amalekites, they were like, they are giants, they are what? He said, and guess what they said? He said, we were like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and so that is how we were in their eyes. Of course, if you are grasshoppers in your own eyes, don't expect any other person to see you as an elephant. If you think you are a grasshopper, I will also believe you are a grasshopper. If you think you are a lion, I will believe you are a lion. So I will not tell you who you are not. You have to tell yourself who you are. If you don't tell yourself who you are, if you don't know who you are, people will tell you who you are not, and they will treat you like who you are not. So you need to build a healthy self-esteem. You need to know your worth and be unapologetic about it. You need to practice self-love. And may I say here that self-esteem is just you knowing your worth, knowing who you are, and you are unapologetic about it. You know that, oh, I am loved by God. You derive your self-esteem in the love of God. I am loved of God. I am his beloved. I am the apple of his own eye. I am cherished. And so I am important to God in God's agenda, in his calendar. And so you know it, and you carry yourself. There's a carriage around you. There's an air around you that you know that, okay, I am worthy. Now, you know that there's a thin line though between, pride and self-esteem. So do not confuse pride for self-esteem. You know, there's one place of pride where you are proud, you know, and you think, oh, if it's not me, nobody should, you know, there's an air, you know. And one thing about pride is that sometimes it just oozes. That's the truth. So be careful that you don't move from just that healthy self-esteem where you know your worth and you carry yourself with that understanding of your worth, and then be careful that you do not move into becoming proud as well. Now, do not confuse timidity or inferiority complex for gentleness. There are people that are timid and just have inferiority complex, and they think it is gentleness. It is not. Gentleness is different from timidity and inferiority complex. Now, see, one thing I understand is that people tend to pick up the signals when you are timid. People pick up the signals when you have a healthy self-esteem. People also pick up the signals. So which signal will you rather that people pick up? The fact that you are worthy, you know your worth, and you value yourself and you carry yourself with such understanding, or the fact that you are timid and you are withdrawn and you are almost afraid, and so it makes you even unapproachable, because it's like when people come to you, you just withdraw into a shell. Now you need to build that esteem, because the next thing after, when people come close to you, by the reason of the way you look, your attraction and your smile, and whether you are approachable or not, the next thing is that, of course, you're going to start talking. And when you start talking to each other, whether you have a healthy self-esteem or not will show, and whether anything will continue after then or not will show. Unfortunately, I have to stop here for today. I will continue on my next video talking about how to position yourself as a lady for marriage. I'm trusting God that this year 2024, and the signs are all over. You can see wedding bells, you know, engagements, you know, and all manner of things happening left, right, and center from January to, we're just in March, and you know, we're just all, should I say, the first quarter of the year, and so many things are happening. So just keep your fingers crossed, because it will soon be your turn, but you need to make yourself available. Alright, so thank you for staying with me on this video, and I want to say again, if you have not followed me on my channel, it's a good time to do so. Go ahead and put on the press the button and subscribe to this channel, and also put on your notification buttons so that you'll be able to see my videos as they drop. Once again, thank you for staying with me, and do have a good time.